Alright, here at the high budget quality of Wing Chun videos that we do. Now we're at 18? You said you thought it was 16. Alright, it's somewhere between 17, 16, and 18, okay? Just because I'm Asian doesn't mean my math's too good, but alright. Alright, so we were talking about earlier the attacks. So we got into the detail of the punch. And yeah, there's more detail, but for now, work on that. That's more than enough to work on. Okay. The next attack is the palm strike. Okay. We can go into more detail later on, but just get this basic timing as far as the regular punch. See, 1, 2. Just before it ends, punch, punch. Okay, punch. Just learn to control that motion over and over again, keeping the other hand nice and smooth, not pressing in or losing tension from that. As far as the palm strike, okay, when the palm strike occurs, when you do the palm strike, the same concept is involved in the palm strike too. When I want to do the palm strike here, and this is, you remember, everything I'm talking about here is at a basic level. There's, obviously when we go to advanced look into how palm strike is actually done, yeah, it'll definitely be way more than what I'm talking about now. But same thing here, when I do my palm strike here, I'm waiting for that motion to actually finish. He's close to finishing, close to finishing, close to finishing, and then at the point when it feels like I'm close to finishing, he's finishing, that's when I actually control my hand and palm strike through. Now, notice, when you do the palm strike, okay, when you go from here, and I do my palm strike, I don't want to go from here and then start shooting my attack right away, okay? From here, if you notice, if I go with my palm strike, I'm here trying to shoot my attack at this range. In actuality, what you actually can, if you see it from the single sticky hand position, when I do my palm strike, I don't go here and then palm, okay? I actually go from here, at this point we're about here, then my structure moves in, and then I palm, okay? Same thing with any kind of attack in Wing Chun. You don't want to telegraph the attacks that you're doing. Like you see people, they shoot out a punch all the way here, or all the way here. Why? You'd be surprised the reaction of someone from that distance. Even a 60-year-old or 70-year-old can actually react and see that from this distance. But think of it this way. If I go here and I go like this, palm strike here, boom, Robert can react right away and then block this technique, right? Because I'm trying to shoot out the attack. But what am I doing here first instead? If I get the timing, my structure moves in first and then I go for the attack. Okay? Think of it that way. Structure in, then attack. Same thing for all the attacks. Structure in, then attack. Okay? What the most common mistake that usually happens with Tanzam is you end up pushing out to the side. You're the lack of focus with the roll. You end up pushing out here and muscling it, and then you're trying to force it back in. You really have to make sure with the palm strike that the focus, the two triangles are aimed into a center line here. And then when I go here, I don't end up pushing off to the right side of here. See, it's common. You're here, hard to control two hands, and then this hand goes off to the side. I don't want to think of it this way. I don't want to offset this structure in order to do my attack. Okay? Remember how we talked about it before? Look at Robert's structure. I don't want to go like this and then do the attack. Easy for him to block, right? Look at it, any motion, whether I push him here or retract backwards here. Any kind of technique like that, he can feel just the slightest amount, he'll react to it. When I do this, everything feels nice and same, nice. But when I go here, see, when I move in, I already attack. I keep everything, I don't offset his structure, I keep everything the same, and then I go for my hip there. Okay? Now, what's the focus? The focus is what? Don't be so concerned with the hit once again. A lot of people, when they roll, are thinking, gotta get the hit, gotta get the hit. Gotta get the hit. And then you feel all the power on one side. And this side, what happens to this side? It's so common, this side collapses. That's watch videos all the time of palm strike, how people apply palm strike. This side will collapse. Okay? So remember, you're always juggling two sides. I keep both sides even. That's key. 50-50. Right here. Just even. But if this side weakens up, this automatically tells him something's happening. No, if I keep it even, it's hard for him to tell. See? Hard for him to tell. Alright? I can control that point. Even if he feels it, I control it. Alright? Now, different levels to practice this? Yes, there are different ways to practice this. If you can't get the roll motion down where you feel comfortable, you can hold it statically at this position right here. And then from here, start working on palm. Right? Controlling the technique, palm. Once you feel comfortable with that, then you can add the roll motion back in and then take it from one step to another. Remember, always work yourself in reverse. If you can't do a particular drill, go to the next step. If you're struggling with this particular palm strike with double sticky hands, work on it single sticky hands first. If your double sticky hand motion is off and you can't roll and the attacks are off, work more on the double sticky hand roll first before the attack. It's always backwards, okay? Knowing more is not the key. Doing the stuff you know right is the key. Okay? G.I. Joe, right? And that's knowing how to battle. Anyway, enough of that crap. Alright, now the Hunza. The Hunza. The Hunza motion, a lot of times people say to apply the Hunza, you have to feel this guy actually pushing out and then you can apply the Hunza there. Is it easier to do it that way? Yes. Is it necessary? No, it's not really necessary for you to do. What you're actually trying to develop is going from outside in. Your hand is outside, and you go in order to apply to clear the line and go in from there. The key thing to do with the Hunza is most times when people try to do the Hunza motion, they're trying to snake around the arm, like stick to the arm and still keep around it in order to do the hit. So he's trying to snake around it and then do it here. What I really want to do is I want to go from this side, control the hit, control it, snap it out, and then go for the hit. Okay? See, if you try to go like this, if you're rolling the motion here, and you do the Hunza motion, you're snaking it here, it's easy for him to stick. Okay? You don't want to be snaking around. You want to clear that line. So when I do the Hunza, right, and I do Hunza, I clear the line, easier for me to attack from that. Okay? So from here, we'll take it basic first. From this position here, if I Hunza, I'm going to clear the line. Basic level, just stay in place. Stay in place first. Alright? I'm jumping around. Basic level, stay in place. Boom. And then hit. See how I adjust myself from this position? I don't push him here, or I don't cross it here, or so forth. I just keep it in place and then go for the Hunza motion. Alright? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, circle. And then pop. Alright? Nice and simple. The second half we basically did the palm and the Hunza motion. And the common theme to remember first, 1, keep the hands even. Okay? Keep the hands even. The whole point is to attack both sides 50-50. Okay? So think of it this way. If once one side goes one way or another, I'm basically telling him something's happening. I want to keep it nice and balanced. And from this position on, then I can make the adjustments to go for my attack. Alright? Then, second thing to concentrate. Always, Wing Chun terminology, sword and shield. Okay? Sword and shield. Your attack hand is the sword. The other hand, the control hand, is the shield. Don't let this collapse. It's a very important developmental process, not only in Chi style, but in actual real fighting. You don't want to go in and attack with just 2 swords. You only need 1 sword and you should be able to block. Okay? And then finally the third one, remember, move structure in. Okay? By structure, I don't necessarily mean your whole body has to be in, but the attack has to be in the position where you move it in order to shoot. Don't be so quick to shoot the attack right away. Shoot the attack right away. I adjust myself and then I'm in a position to allow the hit to be better. Okay? Better position to hit. Less situation for you to telegraph the attack. Alright, so anyway, that's episode 17, 18. What I'll probably go over is how to block, because blocking is probably actually more important in terms of development than the actual attacking. Oh, and by the way, the why doesn't Paksal video work, or the video I posted a couple weeks ago, why doesn't Paksal work? Everyone keeps emailing me, when am I going to do the video, when am I going to do the video to update that and answer that. Alright, anyway, next week.